Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a Patreon cast on Alcyone between ByuN and Serral. It's going to be a Katowice replay. Top right, Chow. It is ByuN, and the bottom right, it is Serral. Both incredible players in their own right. This is from the group stages of Katowice 2024. And let's get on into it here. Remember when they required you to build a supply depot before barracks? Just because proxying was so strong back in the day? I remember. I remember it very, very well. Okay, what's the play, man? What's the play from Serral gonna be? How are you gonna keep ByuN down? That's always the question that I need to ask, because if you let ByuN get going, his late macro stuff is extremely strong. I mean, not that Serral's late macro stuff isn't extremely strong. It is. But honestly, I'd rather not deal with ByuN, like at the 20-minute mark. I'm sure nobody wants to deal with Serral at the 20-minute mark either, though, to be entirely fair. Right. Okay. Barracks coming up. It was a command center first play, by the way, from ByuN, which you can get away with. Because no Zerg player is going to drone scout you with this level. Like, yeah, maybe somebody in your Diamond League will drone scout your face, but Serral is not drone scouting ByuN. He does not care if it's a command center first play, even if it puts him behind, which it totally does. So ByuN's setting up for big macro here, and I just don't know if there's anything that Serral can do about it. I don't know if I've had this discussion with anybody, but it sure seems to me like, what's the Zerg player going to do? By the time you know this is a command center first play, unless you're going for some kind of a 3-roach opening blind anyway, you're not going to shut it down. So yeah, you can get lucky with a build order win against a command center first play, but there's no way to read it and react to it in time because you refuse to drone scout. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling about that, but I am sure ByuN's going to get a third base here, like, in the next, I don't know, 45 seconds? Definitely a sub 3-minute third, without a doubt. You don't go command center first and then just 2-base it. This has to be a fast third. So 2 racks opening here from ByuN. Reactoring one and tech labbing another one. Okay. Maybe he is going to go for some kind of aggression here off of a faster second base. Kind of like it. Use the faster mules to get more minerals. Serral goes third base at 230. Interesting indeed. Still no idea what's going on. Serral sending that Overlord in. This is the first any information he's getting at all about ByuN. So far, no information whatsoever has been gained and gleaned here. This link pops in and says, that command center is super done. And there's a lot of SCVs here, so that feels like a command center first play. But again, what are you going to do about it? You going to link flood this? No. Your speed's not done. There's nothing you can do. You just, honestly, maybe go for a 4th base at this stage. Overlord pokes in to see if there's a 3rd CC coming in. He gets pretty deep into the base. I say this is a fair scout. Doesn't want to die. And, oh my gosh, it's up here. It's up here! I told you he'd be getting a fast third. Come on. Serral's got to figure that. Lings, save this Overlord. Lings, save this Overlord. Lings, why are you going home? Could have saved the Overlord, I think, with Serral's control. But alright, we're going to let the Overlord die. Not a supply block from Serral because he is prepared for that sort of thing, because he is Serral. Anyway, what's the play here? Baneling Nest, alright. Serral says, standard stuff. Lings, Queens, Banes. Dealing with whatever shenanigans ByuN has to try to, slow me down. Stims on the way. This is ByuN checking to make sure there are no Banelings being made outside of his natural, because he's like, that would pretty much ruin me. Some kind of a Ling Bane attack, but Serral's like, it's fine. It's totally fine. Ooh, but Lings get in for the scout. You don't see 1 gas, don't see 2 gas. I mean, see a bunch of Marines coming out here. You know what it is. A bunch of Marines. This factory indicates maybe tank, maybe some medevacs. These Lings have some interesting stuff to check out as well. Ooh, guess who's Ling flooding now? Serral certainly is. Holy smokes, he just fired up like 30 Lings. He's got 37. He's going to have 40-something Zerglings here. Okay, so this is going to be an attempt at some kind of a fastling slow Bane bust against largely Marines for ByuN. But he's got Stim. Is doesn't have combat shield yet. He almost does. That wall is not very strong against banelings, mi amigo. Oh, man, Serral. Man after my own heart. Going for a baneling bust against a greedy opening from a Terran player. What's the play? What's it gonna be, friends? We got the banelings. We got the lings. I don't know if this is holdable. The most incredible marine micro in the world. Let's do this. Come on, ByuN. Oh, that is so many banelings, though. Everybody inside the house, run! Oh my gosh. Okay, stutter step, stutter step. He's not target firing the banelings incredibly well. Banelings are inside your house and on top of your production, and the split is good, but there are so many banelings. Oh my gosh. Oh, denying combat would be pretty good. All right, all right. He's alive? No. Morlings are inside the natural base. 19 SCVs have died. ByuN is not supply blocked solely because he has lost so many units in the last 30 seconds. But dang, Serral's alive. Guess what he's doing? Round 2 baneling bust. Here goes nothing. Creep spread in here from Serral. All's well. All right, here goes nothing. Once again, up the ramp. This time the Lynx, yeah, pick up maybe. But if you pick up the SCVs, die. Too much. GG. ByuN taps out. Serral gets game 1 of our sneaky twofer here today for the Patreon cast. Again, this is going to show up on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin a month before anybody else sees it on the YouTube channel. So if you're here the week of February the 28th, I love you. Thank you so much. And if you're here in March, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. My goodness, Serral. Maybe there is a way to punish a greedy Terran player. Baneling busting. Why didn't I think of that? Just play like Serral. 36 to 26 workers at the end of the game. 34 SCVs down. Yeah, Lings and Banes inside your main base. Yeah, just tap out and hope to do better the next game, which is coming up right now. Game 2 is here in hard lead. Bottom right. Going to be Serral. Top left. Going to be ByuN. Whew. That is the way to punish a greedy Terran player. But yeah, I don't think many other players than Serral can do that. If you want to support the channel, you can do so at falconpaladin.store. They've got merch. We've got Terra the Overlord. We've got Robert the Zealot. We've got Steve the SCV stuff. They're on mugs. They're on shirts. We've got a Falcon Paladin branded hoodie. We ship anywhere and accept your local currency. So check it out at falconpaladin.store. We ship anywhere but North Korea. So if you're in North Korea, how are you watching this video? So 16 hatching it. Here is Serral. Are we going to go for another command center first play, ByuN? I think we are. Okay, so maybe not a super fast third this time because Serral showed how to punish that. I don't know. I do not know. Checking for proxies. Here is Serral, which makes sense because ByuN is one of those Terran players who is very, very, very good at proxying. But no proxies here. Command center first, into barracks, into gas. And Serral is just, 16, 18, 17-ing. Ooh, okay, so here we go. Racks, racks, racks. Last time it was 2 racks. And then I think we started the command center after that. So this time it's a little bit more aggressive, a little bit less greedy. Here from ByuN. I like it. I like what we're seeing from him. Serral just doing standard opening stuff, right? It's incredibly safe, it's economical, it's powerful. You get your third base around, 2:30 or so. Drone shows up a little bit early, but it's fine. It's Serral. He can accommodate for that. Reactor, Tech Lab. All right. So this is... This is feeling more kind of like a... Oh, yeah. Okay. 4 barracks play off of kind of 2 base here from ByuN. Intriguing. Very intriguing. This can't just be like, make a bunch of Marines and go. If you wanted to be that aggressive, you could have done that off of one base. Having the second base doesn't really help with that sort of thing. Zergling pops in, sees the tech lab, doesn't really get much any information there. And Slowling is slow and chased away. Serral starts metabolic boost now. He's thinking about whether he wants it. He stopped gathering at 100 gas, but hasn't done anything with it. Still hasn't done anything with that gas. Dude. Did he think he started metabolic boost and he didn't? This to me feels like that's what happened here. No. He starts a Roach Warren and saves the gas for Roach or maybe for a lair upgrade here. It's like, yeah, you know what I don't want in this game? Speedlings. I think ByuN's going to be ready for that this time. I mean, 4 racks says, yeah, you can do better against Lingbane stuff with 4 racks than 2 racks worth of stuff. I can promise you that much. Roaches early on going to trade pretty darn well, as usual. Creep spread to connect all the bases, more important than getting an inject here from Serral on that main. More creep spread, more creep spread. The creep spread is good. Let me say creep spread again so it sounds weird. And yeah, that gas going towards roaches here. Oh, that Overlord gets out with 4 HP, 3 HP. 3 HP on that sucker. What a lucky guy. I like him quite a bit. So 6 roaches at a time in production. This has to be some kind of a stim combat shield timing push out of ByuN. He's like, I know I don't have any medevacs. I don't have any tanks supporting this. This has to be 4 racks. Tons of Marines. We're going to... Yep, stim is done. We're going to time this up with combat shield, which is going to be nice against Lings especially. But guess what it is? It's roaches. Okay, so it's 11 roaches out versus 26 Marines. But all the Marines are not here yet. And, oh, he's just running. He is running in the face of this roach count. Serral! Just ready. Just always ready for whatever Terran wants to throw at you, aren't you? You're just the most be-prepared Boy Scout from Finland I've ever seen, dude. He's just always prepared. He didn't make a million roaches. I mean, he's got 15 of them. He's droning as well. He's at 50 workers. He's probably going to toss up a 4th base here. ByuN's like, well, my 2-base attack did not work. Now I have all the upgrades I wanted. I guess we'll fire up 1-1. 1-1. And additionally, let's maybe get some siege tanks against these roaches. Factory is tossing up a reactor here, but could just grab the tech lab from that barracks if you wanted. No Marauders, as I find a little bit interesting here too. Marauders trade pretty well against Roach. That bonus features armor is amazing. Marines trade less well at this stage of the game against roaches just because of the roach's natural armor, and he's getting a +1 carapace too. That's going to help them a lot better. Yeah, if you're going up against a lot of Marines from a Terran opponent, getting a carapace upgrade for your Lings, your Queens, your roaches, it's going to help immensely in any kind of a battle you're going to have with these guys because they shoot fast and they have little attacks, and every one of those little attacks has the armor applied to it. So if you're a roach that comes with 1 armor and then you get another one, you're good to go. Ling scouted in. 3rd base is done from ByuN at 6 minutes instead of, 4 minutes this time, which makes a big difference here. Serral says, well, infestation pit. You see a lot of Marines, a little bit of fungal growth. Never hurt anyone except Marines. It hurts Marines a lot. Hup, 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 hup. They got their shields. Hup, hup, hup. They got their guns. Hup, 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 hup. I want to see their idle animations. I'm not going to hold still long enough for them to show their idle animations. Good snipe on a couple creep tumors. It's fine. Getting up on the high ground. A little bit better defensive position here against potential, banelings and roaches that come up to you. But look how active he is with these Marines. And then he say that and he stops. And then he moves again. And then he moves again. He moves again. And see, high ground position against these roaches. That's a lot of roaches though, man. Yeah, running for it. 90 to 66 army supply. Ooh, this group forces a cancel on the 4th base of Serral. forces this group to move back and be like, hey, what? What? That's not okay. You can't kill that base. Oops. We did a lot with that base. You did. You were counting on it a lot here. Serral gets a new 4th base up here on the high ground instead, though. Infester's on the way. Oh, boy. Yeah, man. There's this whole thing going on right now in TVZ where Zerg players have started sharking Infestors around in weird places and weird angles that Terran doesn't expect them to be. And then when you engage with your Roach Ravager army, the Infestor pops up and fungals your entire group of Marines, and then they die. Because they're fungal, they can't get picked up, they're taking damage, they're slow, and this Roach Ravager army murks them. So we'll see. We'll see if Burrow gets researched here. I would not be shocked if we got there. ByuN marching down. Is there a new 4th base here? No. Uh-oh. That means there's probably one somewhere else. That's not great for us. Serral doesn't want to continue pushing into this 3rd base. Put the 3 siege tanks back there. Can't say I blame him for that. But seriously, where is the Burrow? Oh, gotta get a hive first, Falcon. Just casual hive at 8 minutes. You know, as you do in StarCraft pretty consistently. Roaches doing what roaches do. Chasing Marines away. At least until the Marines get 3-3. I know I say this a lot. Roach Ravager is incredible until about 12 minutes, or until a really good Terran player will have 3-3 for his Marines and Marauders. And then in a straight-up engagement, the Roaches just die. Yeah, this group's like, there's still not a base here. Has he scanned this? Nope, he doesn't know that it's there. Viper's on the way. Infestor's been out for a minute. No! Don't need to fungal from a burrowed position if you fungal from a high ground position. That was pretty sweet. Once again, too many tanks here. Too many. Serral. Oh, he just accidentally got up to 201 supply by canceling. I think that was a spore. Oh, there's another giant fungal. Corrosive Vials landing. This 4th base of Serral might actually... Oh, it's going to go down. Absolutely going to go down. Serral, Roach counterattack. Says, did you bring all of your tanks across the map? Did you leave your front door wide open? Are there tanks rallying down here into your natural that I can one-shot? Cool. Dude, this Roach counterattack is just way more effective than it should be. They're all going to die, but how many SCVs will they take with them is the larger question. They bust into the main. They're back here getting shots up on supply depots. There's an engagement down here. That Serral's just sort of winning. Oh, the fungal guys and the Baneling connections and the Ravagers, and the siege tank is left behind. And a medevac dies with it because it's in the wrong place at the wrong time. And ByuN's trying to do 2 things at once, and so is Serral. But Serral's better at it. Oh my gosh, the SCV death count is way too high here. 27 SCVs have died to a Roach run-by. Roach run-by. Resources lost 7,800 or 7,900 for each now, but worker count is 72 to 56 in favor of Serral. His 4th base is coming back. He's still 3 basing, however. Oh, this bottom left base came up from Serral when I was not paying attention. I'm not sure ByuN was either. ByuN doesn't know it's there, and I bet he feels like he's in a much better position than he probably is. Not a lot of good anti-air here to deal with medevacs, right? Vipers can go parasitic bomb on them. You can abduct them, but nothing's going to... I mean, maybe abduct them into queens. Into the 7 queens that exist? I don't know. Ling's moving out. Lings are working on a +2 melee attack and an adrenal upgrade, which is Falcon's favorite upgrade in the game of StarCraft. Brood War and StarCraft 2 to boot. To boot. Chitinous plating on the way. And we did get burrow, because look at these cute little burrowed lings. They're so cute when they're burrowed and not killing anything. Creep spread a little bit anemic in this area. I'm surprised that Serral hasn't replenished it. Maybe he feels like having the high ground creeped up is good enough. The first Ultralisks in the game are coming in at 11 minutes. There's that Shark Infestor again. Burrow in. Sharkin. Is setting up for some kind of a surround here. Alright, so this group comes in. Abducting a tank is a good use of the abduct, without a doubt. And no, not a pincer move. Those lings did not join this party. I'm not sure what party they'd like to join, but it's definitely not that one. Serral retaking his 4th base, but this time it is a 6th base for him, because of the additional bases that Serral has taken in the meantime. 74 workers. Income is favoring ByuN on and off. Mules, I think, are a big part of that for sure. These Lings have Adrenal. No, ByuN was in position to shut that down. That Ling run by was ill-fated and therefore destroyed. Destroyed fully. Okay, attack moving up. Remember when I was like, the creep's not great over here, and maybe that's a problem? Alright, ByuN knows you got to kill some hatcheries to take down an elite Zerg player. Does take down the hatchery for the second time today, but that's a lot of Ravager, Bane, Ling, Viper there for sure. Ooh, this Ling Ultra army with no Banelings, no Ravagers, no nothing. Going to try to deal with a pretty sizable number of tanks and Marines and stuff. But it's kind of working out for him. The Kindness Plating upgrade has just been incredible here. Anabolic Synthesis is not done, so their ability to run is a little bit hampered. But it just finished, so there they go. And these Marines are like, come on. Come fight us. We want to play. That Marauder really wants to play. Not allowed. Let's see. So ByuN trying to get a fourth base here. Burrowed Ling preventing it until it gets wiped out because it was scanned. So Serral has lost this base twice, but he's expanding up the right side here, and he's on 4 bases, 5 bases, which he needs to go against this 3-basing ByuN without a doubt, and now it's a 4-basing ByuN just by virtue of landing that orbital there. So, yeah, ByuN's playing much better in this game than he was in Game 1. I mean, like I said, the later the game goes, the better these players are, ByuN especially. I don't know about the Ultras from Serral. I really don't, although there are no ghosts, right? Oh, man. Is ByuN trying to do this with no ghosts? I realized all of a sudden. Is he ever going to get ghosts? Blinding Cloud is up. Banelings in a corner. Everybody dies. And the 4th base gets ravaged by Adrenaling. 7 SCVs died there. I guess that's not technically a ravaging. But there are no Ravagers either. Oh my gosh, ByuN's trying to defend 2 bases at the same time. He's down by about 25 total supply. Liberators to help deal with the Ultralisks. Marauders to help deal with the Ultralisks, but they are just not being stopped here at all. This 3rd base is forfeit. I'm surprised any of these SCVs are still alive as Lings run in, and that's a GG. Serral gets the win. I think there were Lings running into this 4th base too. Yeah, ByuN just didn't have enough army to cover both positions here. Yep, that was happening. GG, man. Serral gets the 2-0 against ByuN. An absolutely fantastic display there, man. That was incredible. That was one heck of a display. One heck of a display there from Serral. He is on fire for Katowice. 200 to 100 at the end of this game for ByuN. 20,000 resources lost for ByuN, 18,000 lost for Serral. This is what the income advantage looks like. And 60 SCVs went down, 3 drones went down, no bases went down for ByuN, 2 hatcheries went down for Serral, but the macro was good. The fungals were good. The abducts were good. And then swapping from Roach Ravager into Ling Bane Ultralisk with Viper support and Ultralisk support. Just very, very well done here, man. Just a nice, smooth transition. Wow. All right, so that's going to be it for me here for a Patreon cast. Again, check me out at Twitch TV as well as, you know, YouTube and stuff. And that's going to be it for me. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourselves. Goodbye.